One little rainstorm. Only a shower. That's the kind of thing my mum said all the time because it rains a lot in Devon. Where I used to live, in London, where my dad still lived, it hardly ever seemed to rain, and even if it did, it hardly mattered because you could always hop on a bus or a tube that would take you to exactly wherever it was you wanted to go without getting a drop of rain on you. In Devon, you had to walk places or kill yourself cycling up hills. If I moaned that I didn't want to go and do something or that I wanted a lift because it was raining, that's what my mum would say. It's only a shower. It meant, get on with it. Simon, on the other hand, could never leave it at that. Example number 1. Simon. If you were going to a festival, you wouldn't be bothered about a bit of rain, would you? Me. Well, as I'm not allowed to go to festivals, I wouldn't know. Example number 2. Simon. So, Ruby, how come you don't mind spending hours in the shower, but you're bothered about a bit of rain? Me. I have to spend hours in the shower because the shower is useless. This is me having a go at Simon because he refused to get a new shower. You get the idea. Then there were the historical ones, which were his absolute favourites. He had millions of them. Example number 3. Simon. Supposing Sir Edmund Hillary had looked outside his tent and said, "You know what? It's raining. I don't think I'll bother conquering Everest after all." Me. It doesn't rain on Everest, and anyway, Sherpa Tenzing got there first. I didn't really know whether that was true, about the rain. It just seemed it ought to be. But the Sherpa Tenzing bit? Ronnie had told me that. Some things he said were true. Example number 4. Simon. Imagine if Winston Churchill had said, "You know what? It's a bit rainy in Europe. Let's just let Hitler get on with it." Me. Actually, this country is part of Europe. And anyway, I'm not going to war, am I? It's only a stupid guitar lesson. Simon. Which you asked to go to, and which we're paying for, etc. That one ended up with me grounded for the rest of the week, after I'd been forced to go to the guitar lesson, in the rain. I just want to tell you one more. Example number 5. Simon. Imagine if the Americans and the Chinese and the Russians had said, "Oh no, it's raining, let's not launch the missile that's going to blow up the asteroid and save the planet until it's nice and sunny." Me. Great! Then we'd all be dead and I wouldn't have to live with you. I really did say that. My mum heard me, and she was quite upset. She told me for the zillionth time that Simon did have feelings. I didn't believe her. I hated him. I thought I meant it, what I said, but I didn't mean it. It was just how I felt at the time. Since then, there have been times I've felt that way, and I have meant it. Not the bit about Simon, but about how it might have been better if the earth had been blown to smithereens. At least it would have been quick. Less suffering. That night, locked in the front room, I thought I was suffering. I didn't ask what was happening or why. I went nuts. I really went crazy. The Henry rule went right out of my head. Oh no, I do not want to have to do this. I need to tell you who Henry was. My own sweet liberator. My babyest brother brat beloved, 1 year old. When my mum told me she was pregnant with him, know what I thought?